Hi. We're here. I gotta do something else, and then we'll go. Hang tight for a second, ladies and gentlemen.
Mambo number 5.
Okay. Oh dear, I almost did the complete wrong thing. He's got no time to talk. We need him down here. All right, Mom Brain, are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, Webisode 686, the Inkay Podcast.
Is that new TV?
Inkay!
No.
Just look bigger, I guess, because of president's on it. Such a big man.
Mom Brain tells about Inkay, please. Yes, Nicky Hill.
Inkay!
You are in charge of the soundboard today.
Let's have a little fun.
That's funny. That's the last one that I hit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, swear to God.
It's drawn to it.
Sorry, Mom Brain. Go ahead.
Inkay is a primarily blue squid-like Pokemon.
What?
Jesus
I knew
God.
it was going to be like this.
It has a transparent mantle that resembles a hat with a pink, quote, inner body. Ew.
Ice cubes, like
Overlaid with yellow lights. It has 2 tendril-like tentacles that hang from this, quote, hat, similar to some styles of winter hats, and these tentacles hang next to its 6 short arms.
I know.
Its eyes are round and have pupils, but no identifiable iris. Inkay also has a small pink beak-like mouth set between its eyes. Those who
Bingo.
oh, I thought that was going to be more scary. Sorry.
Those who stare at its body lights become dazed and lose their will to battle,
Stare at my body lights.
allowing Inkay to escape. Inkay can also use these light-emitting spots to send messages in the form of complex flashing rhythms, so it causes seizures.
Seizures, yeah.
And its evolution, Malamar,
Whoa.
M-A-L-A-M-A-R, but it is
I'm sorry, are
Malamar
you supposed to
season.
say?
Do you think you could tuck in a little bit, please?
Tuck in?
Suck it in.
Great, that's great. That's
wait.
all you need.
Oh,
It and its evolution, Malamar, don't touch
I
me.
didn't that.
Oh, the age-old rivalry being brought back?
Nah.
Nah. We're older now,
We're too old
wiser.
and soft for that.
Yeah.
Malamar are the only known Pokemon capable of learning Topsy-Turvy by Inkay. Inkay is number...
What?
Isn't there a the Topsy-Turvy is like a infomercial thing, right?
Maybe.
Also,
It's like a hair shower thing after the
That's the Turvy twist.
Oh,
But
whatever.
there was a Topsy-Turvy. It was a thing for a ponytail.
that's what I was
It was a
saying.
stick with a loop on the end, and you put the stick through your ponytail, and then put the hair through the loop and pulled it, and it like made a butthole out of your ponytail.
If you should be good on battery, but if you need battery, we have the plug right here.
Inkay is it's number 686. It's a dark psychic type. Its abilities include suction cups or contrary. I'd love to tell you more, but its hidden ability is infiltrator. There's males, there's females. They're a foot tall. They're 7 pounds.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
You're welcome.
Hello, Omar and Rachel.
But enough talk. How about
Let's
you?
get right into the news. Do you guys have a cake here or something?
Rachel and it's cat the cat decoy box.
Oh.
Rachel and Cammy and Lightning Bro and Omar and the Aloe Wolf and ZX Billy and Nintendo Fanboy and Sarah and Northern Sequence and Turquoise Gold Scraper and Timothy Honeycutt. And I know I missed. There's.
My Suruba.
Thank you.
Hello,
Stakona, my
Mike
chat
Aruba.
just went crazy. Busty St. Clair, which is Catherine Romeo, which is PC, but she doesn't want to be Catherine Romeo anymore. Hello, Axel and Spectre Bazaar and Stuz and Dark Side and Fire Flame and whoever else is in here. Thank you for joining us for the live show. And I should always make a point to say thank you to those of you
Watch your toes.
who are listening to the regular audio version later. So we have some things we have to take care of right off the bat. Oh,
Are you
apparently Nicky Hill
thanking them
does.
later? You want to make
No,
sure
I'm
you
thanking
thank
them now.
later?
Thanking them. Remind me to thank them later. Today's episode of the GoNintendo podcast is brought to you by Axmeet. That is spelled AIXMEET. Yes, I confirmed 8 times. That's how you say it.
How do you spell it?
Axmeet. AIXMEET. You want to know what it is? Well, it's the Axmeet Nintendo Switch case. Have you been disappointed by cases which treat your Switch as a single unit instead of 3 individual parts?
No.
Well, the makers of Axmeet tackled this problem by creating a heavy-duty Joy-Con detachable case which protects your Switch and its controllers so you don't have to remove the case to get the Joy-Cons out when you want to play with friends. Its ergonomic grip makes it perfect for portability and has a pair of solid kickstands. Yes, a pair of kickstands, one on the left and one on the right, of the actual Switch backing, not the Joy-Cons. So you can set it up anywhere. So head on over to Indiegogo and get yours now in blue, black, or red for only $26 with free global shipping. That's over 40% in savings off the MSRP. That's
I'd say
Axmeet, AIXMEET, available on Indiegogo. So that's my, as they call it in the biz, that's my copy. Now let me talk to you about it for real. This case is really cool. Here's something I need to stress.
I'm trying to find it, but all it came up was on Facebook. Is this their?
If I was going to tell you,
Is this our business model?
well, if you let me get to it. If you really want to help us with this sponsorship, in the description for this YouTube video is a link to the Indiegogo campaign, but it's a specific link to track like how many of you guys are actually going. Yes, I know that's a pain in the butt. Yes, I know it's easier to just search and go to it. Either way, go check out their Indiegogo campaign. But again, in our description on this YouTube video is a specific link to the Indiegogo campaign that is special to us. Now, again, if you don't want to click that, we don't get anything for that link other than saying, hey, look, people are clicking that link. I don't get like money for every click or anything like that.
There are 19 days left, people.
There are. Here's the thing I want to say. Any sponsorship with the GoNintendo podcast is not just like, hey, we want to do this. And I'm like, yeah, let's make money. I only work with people that put out things that I legitimately enjoy. That is the Buddy's honest truth. So I really honestly think this case is awesome.
Their goal is set to $10,000.
Is that their goal here? Oh yeah, they're at like,
and it says here
just shy of
$8,000 of this goal is to pay for the sponsorship deal.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm just joking, but
yeah, their
it's
goal
very
is
cheap.
Their goal is $10,000, and they have just shy of $9,000 left.
And if you,
and there's
but like,
what do you say, 19 days left?
Yeah, but if you support them at like the $26 level, you get a black or blue case. $26.
Well, you have the blue, black, or red for only $26.
There's a red. Oh, there's yeah.
So yeah, just explain what this is. It's like a ergonomic case for the Switch, but you can detach the Joy-Cons and use them, and they have their own little cases too. So you can put the Joy-Cons back on the Switch, and they are protected and connect with the Switch. So it's all one like protective case, but it allows you to detach your Joy-Con.
My only concern is the face of the Switch is not covered.
Okay.
Like it covers the back. Everything fits into it. Almost like a Kindle case, except a Kindle case has a flap on the front. So your buttons, your thumbsticks, and your screen are not protected. My only concern.
Well, this is more for like handheld when you're just playing for ergonomic stuff, but it allows you to.
No, but I mean, if it's a protective case, I would think it's gonna, So we have shock there, except if it hits.
Well, I mean, they can't really cover the buttons, can they?
I mean, I have a case that zips up, like something like that.
What do you mean?
I have a case for my Switch.
That lets you play while it's in the case?
No.
That's the point of this case.
Right. But my case protects it from all the elements.
Well, again, this is a...
I don't mean to poo-poo it.
I
just wish...
Detachable case ergonomic grip, makes for perfect portability. And yes, like I said, that case in the back has
and the kickstands. Okay.
2 kickstands in the back. Yeah, one on the left and the right. So yeah.
Have you seen it? Have you used one?
Have I seen it? Yes. Have I used one? No.
I wonder if that's like a breather holes in the back.
Yeah, they're for where the vents are on the back of the Switch.
I don't even know what the back of the Switch looks like.
Yes, it has backs.
When was the last time I used my Switch?
I don't know, but you're very worried about protecting it.
Well, I don't want it to collect dust. I want the case out of
I was playing the Switch last night in tabletop mode, but it's like put it down on the table. And I was like, oh, but the vents.
Did you do what you were told?
Yeah, I did what I was told.
And did it work?
It's a Nintendo game, so Nintendo knows what they're talking about.
I totally.
Oh yeah, it worked. It just makes me nervous if anything is blocked. That's why I checked their case to make sure it had vents in the back, because I don't like that. That makes me worried.
The kickstands look.
Yeah, like I said, a kickstand both on the left and the right of the Switch itself, so they're not attached to the Joy-Con parts of the case.
I mean, $26, not that bad.
I'd say it's pretty good. Yeah,
pretty affordable. And what is it?
That's not like, oh, you're paid to say this. That's like, yeah, $26 for a case like that is pretty good.
Does it say what kind of material?
I don't have that in my.
The case is totally enclosed in a high-grade TPU toilet paper ultra shell, making it dust, splash, and drop proof. So as long as it doesn't hit the screen.
Thank you to Axe Meat for the sponsorship this week. I greatly appreciate it. And like I said,
your words are as empty as your soul.
If you want to,
kidding.
If you want to, check that out, you can search AIXMEET Indiegogo on Google, and that'll give it to you. Or if you really want to help us out, you can go click the link in the description of this video. I'm also going to put that link out on Twitter later on.
Where are they from?
I don't know.
I wonder where.
Not
where
something
in the world
I care about.
AIX.
They're saying they're also saying as long as it's funded in time, they're saying it'll start shipping out in December. So that honestly, I'm surprised.
Sounds to me like they have them made already.
Well, I'm sure they have some made. Yeah. But yeah, again, thank you to them. I greatly appreciate it. We'll see. We'll see if we can help them hit that goal. Cammy goes, there goes that sponsor. Yep. So thank you again to them. All right, I did that.
Wait, what's wrong with this one? Because I'm questioning things.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, because it was about it's not about the screen, and you're like, what about the screen? Or I don't know, maybe Cammy's thinking something else. No
way. I don't believe it.
We also have this week the return of
new segment.
Oh, come on.
Cool.
But Kirby's not here. Where is Kirby anyway?
Omar says at least there was no belching during that.
I know. I really worked hard on that.
You know what would be funny? If the reason Kirby's not here is because he's looking at a house to buy.
Oh my God.
And the people that he's buying the house from are the people up in your living room.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
All right. Yes, we're doing new segment cool, which is your job.
Is there a thing here?
Yeah.
No.
First page, not second page.
First page.
Bottom.
GoNintendo podcast. New segment. Cool. New segment.
I feel like I've heard that, but I don't feel like I don't remember that one.
Okay, if you want to play along with new segment cool, you can go into the YouTube description of this video and get the link for the Imager or the Imgur or the Imgur gallery, however the hell you say it.
How do you say it?
I don't know. I put all 3 icons in there for you to look at.
Right now it's up. Can I find it?
I mean, I just said all this. Yeah, is this your new thing? Like, this is you and all the podcasts recently. I explained how something goes.
The only thing I know about YouTube is that it's a video that you post later.
It's now. It's on the page now. How else would people see it?
GoNintendo. How do I look?
I have my my mouth.
Every step of the way.
I can't get it.
I can't help you.
I can't get it.
Stop wiping your face with your sweater.
Is this it? 686?
Hi, Morisaki. Thanks for joining us.
Tom Malinowski.
Yeah, he looks like.
I like how they.
Sorry, guys. We'll play as soon as Nicky Hill gets the gallery.
I like how they
have the
flash a
images
thing
on my
and they're
phone
like,
for
he's
you
a
guys,
liberal.
He looks.
You don't want him.
Boy, this podcast
poor
is
man's Maury Povich.
in the toilet today.
Or you know what he looks like?
His
Willem
fault.
Dafoe.
Sponsorship,
I
bad
met him.
nothing.
He was
Talk
nice.
about politics.
Not about Tom Malinowski.
What
What version do we have? Or do we
God
have
help
Here it
me.
What?
Let's end this show
Are
now.
these eights?
Goodbye, everybody. Okay.
Found him. Oh God.
Hello?
Hi, Tommy. What are you asking
Is
me?
this an 8?
Your phone?
Yeah.
Why are we
All
talking
right.
about your phone?
686.
I'm thinking about getting.
It's a 7.
case. Okay, all right. Chill,
Ay,
dude.
ay, ay, ay.
There was a
Why you
trade-in.
gotta ask me about what number your phone is during the show?
There was a trade-in deal somewhere. All right,
Lots of places have them, but I don't need a new phone.
go. New segment. Cool. Bow. First image
Oh, God.
on our Imgur.
Well, I guess I don't need to
Site?
show it to you. This is the first image. They are in the order in the gallery of how we are playing.
Okay.
Okay.
This is it's this guy, right? Just make it.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, the gallery is in the YouTube description if you want to check that out and play along with us. All right, Mom Brain and Nicky Hill, tell me about this game.
I think this.
She pretty much gets it every time, right? She's pretty
She's been pretty good.
I got one. This is not. I don't think this is it, but this is what I want it to be. It's actually a babysitting sim.
Wow.
And you babysit a boy who has terrible ADHD, and right before you get there, he gets into his parents' stash of cocaine, and you have to babysit him.
Rated M for mature.
Totally. I mean, look at the kid; he's coked out.
All right.
I mean, he's pretty crazy looking. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like wild, and he's coked out, and you've got to babysit him and keep him from like killing himself. So you got to like build nets and stairs and whatever until he comes down off that high.
All right.
Okay.
I thought it was like a, not necessarily, I guess, some sort of adventure game where you play as, what's the guy from Lucky Charms? What's his name?
I think it's Lucky.
Is his name Lucky?
I think
Lucky's
so.
Charms?
Lucky's Charms.
You play
Hi,
as
Matt.
his evil twin. When you get to the end of that rainbow,
What is his name?
I don't know.
Who's Sonny?
No, Sonny's Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Is it? Okay.
I have no clue.
I don't
Isn't the
remember.
Trix Rabbit Lucky?
No.
We're not talking about the Trix
Trix.
Rabbit. Wow.
What are we talking
We're
about?
talking about the Lucky Charms.
Oh,
Leprechaun.
oh.
So this guy, this is his much younger brother.
Right? Northern says Franklin. It's Franklin's Charms.
Franklin.
Yeah, so Franklin, the leprechaun, this is his much younger brother. And at the end of his rainbow, you find a thunderhead cloud, and you get caught in a thunderstorm. Hence the electric hair and the thunderstorm shirt. But in this, you have to go searching for eggs and collect his thunder charms. I think 3/4 of the way through the game changes. It's much more about aerial play and running around clouds and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, let me tell you what it actually is. This is.
No, I told you.
Oh, okay. We'll go to the next one. The leprechaun's name is Lucky.
It is.
Yes.
Oh.
So it's Lucky's charms.
Lucky's Charms.
So is Sunny
Is that Mandela
Sonny is
effect?
the cuckoo cocoa
right?
puff
So the rabbit
bird.
is
Silly
Rabbit.
Trix Rabbit.
This game is Storm in a Teacup.
Storm in a oh, that's a teacup?
I mean, that sounds.
Now, what I
Looks
cut
to
out
me
of the
like an
logo, PC said something about it being an egg. Yes. A magical teacup ride, a boy, a dream, and an enchanted teacup. It's time for an exciting experience you'll never forget. Storm's brother, Cloud, has created an amazing dreamlike world for you to explore, packed with all kinds of challenges. Guide Storm through each stage, solving puzzles, avoiding pitfalls, and beating bad guys in this magical platform adventure. So you missed the mark a little bit on that one.
I said it was a platformer. Or no, I said it was an adventure game.
Let us go to number 2. Nicky Hill, you can do that on your own. Mom Brain,
Yes, dear.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
number 2.
Can I
I
start?
love it.
What do you mean, can you start? Yeah, you're playing this game.
So this is
Okay.
This is your game. You invented this.
This is This is Sarah Plain and Tall's visit to Jurassic Park.
It does look very like.
And yeah, so that's it. Sarah Plain and Tall visits Jurassic Park, and she's in the jungle, and there's these pipes similar to the Mario Bros, except it's time warping dinosaurs jumping in and out of those things.
This is
Better get them
actually
before they get you.
put out by PBS, and it is an educational game where the Mario brothers find out Frida Kahlo is their long lost sister.
She doesn't have the eyebrows yet.
No, but it's.
I mean, well, she's got eyebrows, but they didn't connect yet. So maybe that's what happens in the adventure. This game is actually called. This game is called Pipe Push Paradise.
Pipe push.
Pipe Push.
Laying pipe and pushing it.
Plum in the Sun. Pipe Push Paradise is a challenging plumbing-based puzzle game. You've arrived on a lonely island faced with a hero's calling. Rise to the occasion
from the MTV hit show
and push the pipes around and restore this paradise to its former glory.
Welcome to paradise. It's covered in feces. Fix the plumbing and clean up the town.
All right, our final icon for new
with.
segment Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
PC says Pipe Push Paradise sounds like my Saturday night eats.
It looks like Pipe Push Paradise is the title of this next game. You know what I'm saying?
Northern Sequence says, "Welcome to paradise. You pushing that pipe?"
I don't know about this one.
No match 3 game this week, Rock. Yeah, I'm sorry. Boy, we got a real stumper here. Nothing from either of you.
I think it's more like it's an anime version of Rice Krispie treats. I don't know why I'm going towards cereal today, but it's like Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
What do you mean animated? Did you say animated or anime?
Anime.
Oh, okay.
Version?
Okay. I was going to say, because Snap, Crackle, and Pop aren't real, right? They're animated.
Snap,
Hi, gay like Elvis and Blunders and Rock, yeah?
Snap, Crackle, and Pop are now, I don't know, intrigued, shocked, and into it.
So these are female versions of Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Yeah.
All right, I think I know.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what you do in this game other than get into it.
Oh, you get into it.
This is 3 college-age young women, and they go to their first day of classes in college in this big old building, and they find out that the building is actually haunted, and through the magic of knowledge they have to find their way out of the haunted school building. Through
the magic of knowledge?
Yep.
The hell does that mean?
Think like Sailor Moon meets Harry Potter. This is what I'm going for.
PC says weirdly modern high school Powerpuff Girls. I could see that too, yeah.
I just like that the one girl is like, whoa. Like, this is, I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. Are these girls responding to something? Or are these girls the main characters? Maybe you're the main character in the background.
And they're like,
and these girls are like, like this is what college is about.
I got you. I was
One girl's like, whoa. This other girl's like, terrified. And the other girl's like, I'm into it.
I agree with you, Northern. That one girl looks like a blow-up doll. Yes, she's definitely got the
who's that?
The face of a blow-up doll.
They all have an animated face.
You can't between those 3 girls.
Left, or the one that doesn't seem to have clothes because she's cut out by a cutout.
The one with the. Well, now I see 2 of them that could be blow-up dolls. I was thinking the red hat girl, but the one in the back has like your typical. Well, anyway, this game is called Hot Gimmick Cosplay Zhang for Switch.
Nobody's cosplaying here.
Now let me. Blunder says it's called Sleepover Club. Oh boy, that's funny. Timothy says, "Notice me, Senpai, the game." No, this is hot gimmick cosplay Zhang for Switch. Let me read you. This is not me. This is not me being mean. This is me reading exactly what is written on Nintendo.com. Hello, Dre Gamer. The #1 Mahjong arcade game is coming back to Switch. The basic mode is playing with NPC. Of course, you are able to enjoy one Mahjong after another with girl.
Are these Mahjongs?
No, you enjoy Mahjong with girl.
With girls.
Yes. One player mode.
What's the shadowy figure in the back?
Everyone has.
That's why I said haunted.
Guys, this is very important.
Oh,
I think it's a he's.
One player mode. Everyone has an invisible anguish of heart, and your mission is to save their soul. The method is that you can solve problems by Mahjong.
Save someone's soul through Mahjong.
And the next, this is funny. Well, solve them by Mahjong. Take your chance. The story is kind of that. That's what it says. Zhang Fight Mode.
Oh gosh.
It also includes Zhang Fight Mode.
Fight
the blood, sweat, and tears story of two men who continue to fighting forever.
Wow.
Anyway, I feel like, who are you guys? I'm reading exactly what's written on the shop. That's it. It says that here. That's it. In addition, you can use a powerful and joyful technique with a wonderful support character called a Jonkin. And that's everything.
What were you doing this morning? Oh, I was out jonking with my friends.
Out for a nice jonk. Hello, Retro as well.
What the heck?
There's your 3 icons for this week's news segment. Cool. Are you around next weekend?
GoNintendo podcast. New segment. Cool.
Do we have a shorter one as an end cap?
New segment.
Just that part right there.
Yeah.
This has been new segment.
Are you going to be around next week?
Let me check my schedule.
Well, your schedule was empty for the foreseeable future.
There's a dog festival in Revelution. It's a serious thing. It's my dog's birthday.
Thanks for joining us.
We've marked as our dog's birthday is next Saturday, and there's a dog festival.
This is like talking to my dad. I just want to know if you're going to be here.
He's talking about Dogfest, and you laughed at it, and he's explaining why it's not something to laugh at.
Dogfest are not something to laugh at.
I could be maybe because it's until 1 p.m. I think.
Okay.
Oh wait, maybe it's. I don't think I didn't put the real down. So I'll have to find it.
Wait, what? You didn't put the real?
Somebody was tracking him.
I'll
the FBI's looking.
I'll say it's at 1, but it's really at 4.
No.
Oh God.
I just put an hour thing in there because if I mark it the whole day, it blocks the whole day, and I just want to mark it for a period of the day. And I was going to go back and check the times.
Okay.
No, you're making fun of me.
All right. Well, Omar wants us to get to the news. He says, at least there's no new Switch to talk about or something this week. Well, there's not, Omar. There's only a rumor of one from the Wall Street Journal. But since that's what Omar wants, we'll get right to that. I had other things and other things I was going to talk about, but no.
That's getting into
we'll go right to that right now. Did I not make that a top story?
Top story.
Are there that many top stories? Oh, there are. I thought there was only one page of top stories.
Big news. ShopRite has a new lower online shopping fee for shop from home.
All right, here's
you have to pay a fee to shop from home?
$10.
We're going right to news. We're going right to news.
Every time?
Every 5th one they give you for free.
Blame Omar. Wall Street Journal is saying that they have inside information pointing to a Switch revision that is coming out potentially in the second half of 2019. They're saying they're hearing summer. So it could be out summer 2019. Now, here's the details they shared. Nintendo's still debating what new hardware and software features will be included, and they're also looking into, not making it too expensive. So that's going to weigh into what they include in the thing. And one of the things they're considering is an upgraded display that would allow for the device to be thinner, brighter, and more energy efficient. And that's the only solid spec info we have there. Other than that, I have no idea what the system will do if it exists. Hello, Zeno. Hello, the Super Sanchez. Switch. Thanks for joining us.
Will it fit in the Axe Meat case?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure they're never going to work with us again. So we'll find out.
I didn't mean anything by it.
Hello, cumulative and count.
And I think at that price, it's a great deal. I'm not.
This is not a top story, or this people arguing again in the comments. Takara Kitsune says, I mean, I'd say I'm surprised, but I'm really not. The Switch Lite XL, whatever, was pretty much bound to happen. The real question is whether or not it will be something with capabilities beyond the original model Switch, aka having exclusive games like the DSi or the new 3DS, blah, blah, blah. Or if it's just a hardware facelift with the same hardware specifications, save for the size difference and adaptations for better portability.
Have sales slipped already?
No, I mean, this is what Nintendo does with their portables. Like, there were 6 redesigns of the 3DS, like this, and this 3DS has been around 7+ years. So
they do it for the portables.
Same situation. If this is true, same situation. That's my guess.
What the hell was this?
The end of the year is going to be loaded with not only games for Switch, but bundles for Switch as well. So there's going to be hello, Pika Moonsalt. Good to see you.
What's this about? You didn't talk about that.
Did you hear? Is that from this week?
I think so.
Yeah. Did you hear what happened? Omar was like, at least there's not something related to a new Switch to talk about, joking about how we were talking about all this other stuff before we got to Nintendo news. So I said, okay, I had other things I want to talk about. I'm going to skip right to news, and I'm going to talk about the Wall Street Journal story, which is what we did. Now I'm going back to the stories we didn't do yet.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. No
reason to bring him into it.
We're going to skip. Well, the whole reason we did it is Omar. It's Omar's fault.
Thanks, Omar.
Oh, Tommy says nothing good about this Omar Gooding.
That's Omar Gooding?
That's a deep cut. Well, as far as I'm concerned, now it's Omar Gooding. I mean, it's definitely not, but it's Omar Gooding. We will talk about that one right now because we're not doing that other one. Cuba Gooding Jr. and Omar Gooding Jr.
No.
You're saying for real?
Yes.
You're being serious. I don't know. I'm like
Junior's
excited.
not the last name.
Yes, I know. I know they both have the last name Gooding.
Let's go back to the internet. You go with the news. I'll look it up.
I'm really excited. Steel Diver, I don't hate you. What's the matter? Talk to me. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on today. Yes, Nicky Hill wanted us to talk about the NS glasses.
Very late.
Which are from the company XClim. The NS glasses.
Hey, Omar Gooding was born in Los Angeles, California on October 19th, 1976 to Shirley and Cuba Gooding Sr.
They're related. I can't believe it.
Maybe it's different, though. Was the main singer... the lead singer for the main ingredient.
You get back to me.
Omar Gooding's elder brother is award-winning Academy Award-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr.
They're related? Oh my God. Omar has to feel so bad.
Why?
Because Cuba, like, at least won an Emmy. What has Omar done? He did Wild and Crazy Kids, and then he disappeared.
Let's say that the two of them together. There they are.
Oh my God. I can't believe that.
Them being broke.
That is crazy. Maybe I just haven't followed Omar Gooding's career after Wild and Crazy Kids, so I don't know if he's been successful or not. Anyway, Nicky Hill, the NS glasses are made by some third-party company, and they are going to give you a 3D experience for your Switch game. So you slide the Switch into the front of this baby, and it gives you what they say is
how do you do that?
Color switching technology, and it smooths the pixel count to give off a 3D effect. And it costs right now, if you sign up for it now, you can get it for $50, but it's going to cost $100. Basically, it's passive 3D technology, the same thing as the 3DS, except this will be, you know, in the headset itself rather than in the unit, and you won't have the physical slider. So it doesn't add, even though it looks like a VR headset, it doesn't add VR because that would have to be through the games. Obviously, the developers would have to implement that stuff,
right.
And it doesn't have. It just doesn't work like that. It's not like one of those phone things where you slide your phone into 3D, or it's VR stuff. So,
but how do you add 3D to something that's not outputting 3D.
Well, it's doing left lens looks like this, right lens looks like this, and your eyes mesh them together, and the way it moves between.
This is
like
how 3D works, kids.
Yeah, but you only have one source, you know.
They're saying it gives. I think they said like something like 18% 3D.
Not worth it.
Well, I don't know. Well, let's get them for a sponsor before you say. I don't know. Yeah, I said it's got to be one of those things where you get it and you just like cross your fingers. I was like, well, I hope this is good. And I said in a video that I did, I'm guessing it's not going to be good, but I still, yeah, I'm always enticed by this kind of like weird stuff. Passive 3D has been around forever.
Yeah, it's working.
So like when you watch passive 3D on a TV, like
I don't know.
is the signal putting out?
I don't know what passive 3D is.
Like I believe the other one is active, which means there's like that's the glasses you put in that are like battery powered, and like they do the processing in the glasses. But passive is you just wear the glasses,
like a movie theater,
and yeah, something akin to that.
So what they're doing is they're projecting two images, and one lens filters one side, and the other lens filters the other side.
Yeah,
that's it. And
yeah, well, that's why they're saying. I went back to their page to check if it said. I'm pretty sure it said 18. Oh, maybe it's on their Facebook page. Something like 18% is what they're getting at here. So yeah, I wouldn't expect anything absolutely amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but we'll find out.
I guess it's a start.
Entropy says, ha 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 ha. But I do want to test it out, but we'll have to wait for the new Super Switch 2 for VR, it seems. I live VR. I live VR. I think it means love, but live is better. I live VR and am sure Ninty are experimenting with it. Well, Nintendo talked about that later this week. They did discuss how they're experimenting with VR, which is something they've said a million times before.
Unless that's what it's for.
Ryan says $100 for fake 3D. I think Pod is cheaper. I believe it is.
What that is for you to go to certain websites to watch VR stuff.
Oh, no, maybe that's what it is in general. Like they're saying it's 3D, but it's really just so you can watch porn in private. Like it comes with an app and it's like, here's all your porn stuff, because there's no browser for the Switch. So they'd have to have something.
Oh, there is no browser?
There is no browser. There's no browser that consumers can easily access. There is a way to do a workaround to get to a browser, but no, not just a boop, click. But there is Hulu, and I'm sure there's some movies on Hulu that have boobs. Probably no penis.
No penis.
Sponsored by Axe Meat. Boobs. Penis.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm interested in
I can't imagine it's gonna be very good, but I honestly am interested in this. I couldn't think of anything else to say. It's one of those things you just got to try and hope for the best. As long as you have your expectations low, it's not like you're gonna put the visor on. It's gonna be like, oh my god, it's right here in front of me. It's not like it's not gonna be. I'm amazed by like VR, like PlayStation VR and Oculus Rift and stuff like that. When I put those things on, I'm like, wow, this really is amazing. Like you've played some of the stuff on there, and I'm like,
but those are also games that are made specifically for that.
That's the point. Yeah, they are made specifically for that. And the only other thing is visor. So if you're playing a Switch game that in handheld allows you to move the Switch around to change the camera position, then you could wear that on your head in this NS glasses and do the same thing. You could look around like that and actually get it. But again, that'd have to be supported by the game itself. So.
They have some games like that, right?
Yeah, there are some. Yeah, definitely. Dragalia Lost, which is Nintendo's newest mobile game through a collaboration with Psy Games, has surpassed $3 million in revenue in its first 5 days. Now, here's what I'm going to do. Here's how things work. I'm going to report this story how the majority of the internet reports it. Nintendo's latest mobile game is the slowest of any to reach the whatever I said, $3 million mark.
Really?
Yeah. Now I'll report it how you should actually report it. Nintendo's latest mobile game, Dragalia Lost, made $3 million in its first 5 days.
Newest IP.
No sense. What's the word? No, I'm not looking to be sensational with my headline. Yeah. it is not just their newest IP, it's a brand new IP. It has never existed anywhere in any form before. And in 5 days, it made $3 million. It is not surprising for franchises like Animal Crossing, Mario,
Animal Crossing,
Mario, and Fire Emblem to make that $5 million quicker, because they're all established brands that have been around for multiple years. This is Cygames and Nintendo's first time out with this IP, and it still made $3 million in 5 days.
What's the game?
I would say that's pretty good. What? Cygames and Nintendo.
How do you pronounce it?
PSY.
CY.
PSY. You know, like what's his name?
Kuya Games. So yes, I would say that's pretty good. And it's only available in the United States, Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Macau.
I can see why.
It's been installed more than 800,000 times. And this was data as of October 1st. So yes, you're right, Pika Moonsalt. I do feel that sometimes some outlets do that, Pika Moonsalt says.
Incredible!
But people need to bash Nintendo.
I'm sorry, but it's the slowest selling.
It is their slowest game to. It is their lowest game to reach $1 million or $3 million in sale. It did it in 5 days.
Slowest game.
It is the game that took the longest to reach.
And it took 3 days.
$3 million in its first 5 days.
5 days.
Yeah, I keep getting the numbers screwed up too. $3 million, 5 days.
$5 million.
$5 million, 3 days. Got it. So yeah, it just made me angry because the only reason to write that other style headline is to sensationalize the story.
Unless you're a news outlet that is biased towards Sony or Magnetbox.
Barto Bud says, I'm honestly enjoying what I've played so far. The gameplay leaves a bit to be desired, but I'm floored by the sheer amount of story. It has me hooked. That's the one thing I feel Fire Emblem Heroes was missing.
How long has it been out for?
Well,
when did it come out?
We got it. I like how you asked the same question in 2 different ways.
Well,
how long has it been out for?
No.
How long has it been out for? How many days has it been out? Let's see if this press release says it.
Oh, hold on. This is an iPhone game.
Yeah. Was that serious?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Did you say it?
Are you being serious? That's the whole point we're talking about here.
You are talking so fast to get everything into an hour-and-a-half show. I can't focus.
That's the whole point of this story. I specifically named the 3 other mobile games. Mario, Super Mario Run, Animal Crossing, Pocket Camp, and Fire Emblem Heroes.
I heard you say Animal Crossing, not Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
I didn't say Pocket Camp.
Exactly. So I hear you saying these names, and I'm thinking you're just saying games. Game names.
So what, you thought this was on the Switch, I guess?
Something. I didn't realize it was mobile. Did you say mobile specifically?
I don't remember if I said mobile specifically, no. Well, that's enough of this story. Let's go. Oh, no. Did I read somebody? Yes, I read somebody's comments. Yeah, so I was a little peeved about that reporting this week. But what are you going to do?
Sorry button here?
Minecraft on the Switch and the Wii U and the 3DS.
And Xbox.
And PS4 and PS3 and mobile and all that.
And the old PS station.
And computer. Minecraft has hit 154 million copies sold worldwide. And as of September 2018, it had 91 million active users. Just to put that in perspective, Minecraft has been around, I think, roughly 1 billion years. Cersei says Nicky Hill is awesome.
You're too slow.
That's Sonic talking to me.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And Fortnite hasn't been around 2 years yet. Fortnite is at for September 2018, Fortnite saw 78 million active users, and Minecraft, which has been around a very long time, saw 91 million active users. Pretty good,
this
right?
Character belongs in the cover of that anime game.
So that's really impressive that many. we all know Minecraft has sold a ton, but to know that there's still that many active users.
Because everyone's in there
91 million active users. Where were we when I sang that? And you're like,
we were at Costco and there were knishes, and you were like, do they have potato knishes? And I was
I think I started off by saying, where are the little black squash balls? And you were like, I want to hear.
He's behind me and he goes, little black squash balls. I was like, stop. I hate it so much.
Look
it
up
makes me
Minecraft
nauseous.
potato knishes on YouTube.
And then tell Do Michaels.
And then enjoy the nightmares.
How much you loved it.
So they also talk about, with this game sounding so much, everybody's like, where's the sequel, Microsoft? And Microsoft says, we don't want to do a sequel. They say, I really don't think that makes sense for Minecraft, given the community. It's something that always fractures the community. We're trying to keep our community together. That's why our updates are free. We don't want to ask players to move from Minecraft 1 to 2. We want them to just enjoy Minecraft. And there's other ways that we can expand that and are more meaningful and authentic to what we want to be, rather than just releasing another iteration in a way we do with most other franchises. Yeah, it makes sense. With that many people still playing and they want to keep everybody together, then sure, I totally agree. Hi, Roth.
Think about the integrity that like all those other companies would have had if they did that with Rockstar or Guitar Hero and stuff. Rock Band, sorry.
Well, Activision, well, that's one of them's Activision. That's the way for a lot of companies. They have a hit and they're like, let's drill it into the ground.
I know, but it's impressive that Microsoft isn't really doing that. They're just letting it ride. But it's also a different kind of game.
It is, yeah. It goes to show like the level of patience that Nintendo has, because Nintendo has been around a long time and has very successful multiple franchises. And I think obviously part of that is because they're high quality games, but the other part is they don't shove them down your throat all the time. It's not like every year you get a mainline Mario or a mainline Zelda. That's not what happens. So sometimes it's annoying to wait for the next installment, but more often than not, it is worth the wait. Evil Steve says, there's people who claim Minecraft is dead. No one plays it. Well, here's your data, you dumbasses. I don't play or even like Minecraft, but that is absolutely insane. Wow. Wow.
What a hole.
Wow, it's working.
Wow.
Yeah!
No.
It's working!
Is there a wow?
Wow, that's incredible. Wow, incredible.
Does it say that?
I don't know what it says. Probably says like announcer. Wow. Or
wow!
There you go.
Incredible!
Says it there. Wow.
Oh, it says. Oh, yes, Omar. Oh, this whole show is about Omar. Omar, I saw your comment earlier. First page, very last button.
Dark Metamorphosis.
There you go, Omar. I added it today. I told people I would add it. Now I did.
I thought that was Meta Knight because it said
Dark Meta. Yeah, well, I didn't want to type out the whole thing. We now have Dark Metamorphosis, which I guess will only come up when I specifically ask for it or when we're talking about Castlevania, but it is in there. We got it now.
Natalia, the Sleuth.
There's another one we'll never play.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Capcom says they're looking into other cloud versions of their games. So Capcom did Resident Evil 7 cloud version, which only was released in Japan. And now they're considering more cloud versions. They said they're looking at the data from Resident Evil 7 cloud version to see how it performed as far as 4 players and as far as people that actually downloaded it and, got the subscriptions and all that jazz. So I don't know if they're ever going to expand outside of Japan with this idea. But now we're seeing other companies do the same thing. Ubisoft has done Assassin's Creed Odyssey cloud version for Japan as well. So, and a lot of people are talking about how the future of the game industry is at least heading towards streaming games in general. We hear rumors. Hello, the name King and Clown. We hear rumors of Microsoft's next system having some sort of cloud aspect to it. Hello, Cowboy. Great to see you. Tetradoc says, my disdain for this company grows weekly. I guess it's talking about Capcom.
Here's my question. If you're cloud-based and something happens with the cloud servers, what happens to all of your data?
What do you mean? What are you asking me?
If the cloud crashes.
The same thing that happened. Well, they have backups. Then you'll be offline for a little while, and then it's fixed.
Yeah. Let's see.
They have, I would imagine they have multiple backups, and it would be very hard for all of that to be taken out. But
think with all these clouds around, you're gonna have a storm brewing.
Oh boy.
I didn't make this a top story, but Yoshiller did, so I'll tell you about
This
it.
is important.
Nintendo has teamed up with who the hell puts these out? What company is this? Who does these? It feels like it's like a Oscar Mayer thing, doesn't it? Or Kraft? Whatever. You're gonna be able to get
there is no company. Yeah.
Lunchables that are Super Mario Party.
I think they're
I
Oscar
guess
Mayer.
Tied to a contest. It's not themed. I don't want to say themed, but they do have Super Mario Party branding on the box. And you have a chance to win a Switch. It's a Super Mario Party prize pack. It's the Switch and Super Mario Party, it looks like. And the example here that they show is the pizza with pepperoni. So you have a pepperoni pizza. Well, it's Kraft. It says, it says Kraft mozzarella cheese. So pizza sauce, pizza crust, and Capri Sun, as well as a dessert Nestle Crunch bar. Are you supposed to cook this?
No, you're
No.
supposed to have a raw pizza.
Yeah, kids. That's
God,
what
it's
kids
gross.
do.
You know that sauce is ketchup. There's no way it's not ketchup.
No,
It's like
yeah.
a thicker ketchup. Yeah.
It might be a thicker. Yeah, it's Hunt's.
It's like tomato paste.
Oh, God. Man, does anybody in the chat eat Lunchables? I want to hear from you right
I
now.
want to hear why you are a disgusting human.
No, I just want to know why. We all eat things that other people consider weird, but Totodile says, this kind of shovel really grinds my goat. Promoting this garbage food, quotes, to kids is setting up for morbid obesity. I mean,
It's got a Capri Sun in there. That's real fruit.
you know,
Oh,
I was just watching a story on the news about how the one whole school in New York City has like nothing but moldy food going to the kids. So if I had a choice between Lunchables, ketchup pizza, or moldy cheese and bread, I would go with the Lunchables. So, you know, maybe there's a mom out there that's like, fruits and vegetables Monday through Thursday, but on Friday, Lunchables. So
I think that
why not? Friday a Lunchable?
I gotta tell you, I really am sensitive to
Lunchables.
advertising to children. I really hate it. I think it's disgusting. And
Why?
so I don't like.
Because they'll just eat anything else.
Well, they don't know. They're not informed
Oh,
consumers.
I want this.
Yeah.
I need this. I need this. You don't need it.
How
but I
many
want
kid
it.
cuisines did you get because you thought it would be cool and they were disgusting?
One.
What is a kid?
Yeah.
Kid
I only ate
cuisine?
the brownie though, so
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
fine.
Like it's marketed to kids.
You're
I hate-
asking what a kid cuisine is? Are you serious?
I
They're
don't-
still around.
I don't
Blue
remember.
box penguins on it. I think there's a polar bear in there too.
Yeah.
It's like a TV dinner but for kids.
I don't remember. I don't think I ever had them.
I mean, it's hello, forget your life.
I mean, I'm very susceptible to advertising now.
But
we
at
gotta-
least you're an informed consumer and you know what that's about. Like little kids, just constant stream of like, tell your parents you want this, buy this, this is what you want.
Ralph says, I like the cheese and crackers in the Lunchables.
So we
Hey,
at
Rob.
work, they get a Hormel pepperoni and like it's like a cheese.
Log.
There's slices of cheeses. There's Hormel like pepperoni or salami, and then there's crackers down the middle. Sometimes there's a little thing of olives in there that nobody ever touches.
What? The olives are great.
Yeah, they just kind of look gross.
Yeah.
But whenever the production assistants put them out on the table, sometimes we call it out on the walkie as the meat and cheese tray, but we also call out Lunchables. and
And everybody rushes in.
in about less than 5 minutes, it is picked clean.
We're going to skip ahead a couple stories to one that's a solid story rather than a rumor. There is a Dance Revolution movie in the works. Yeah, so this is obviously in collaboration with Konami, but the official synopsis says the film will, quote, explore a world on the brink of destruction where the only hope is to unite through the universal language of dance.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think you heard all you need to hear there.
So it's basically
I'm very proud of the
Mortal
gift that I-
Kombat, but instead of fighting, they're
Yeah,
gonna
right.
dance off.
I'm very proud of the gift that I made for that post. I put a little extra time in
Yeah,
that.
but it made me think that all those celebrities, including
Yeah, that's them, yeah.
the face
In those
who's that
characters,
last
Captain
shot
Jack
guy?
Sparrow is going to be in there. Huh?
Who's that other shocked guy? Is he?
He's a more famous meme than all the other ones.
No, he's a meme, but he's also an actor, right?
No, he works. That last guy is 100% not an actor. No, he is. He works. I don't know if he still works at, but he worked at the website Giant Bomb, and they were doing a live stream for some game. I forget what they were talking about, but that was his reaction to something I saw on screen, and it blew up.
Yeah,
blew up. Jingle Boy says, from Pachinko to B movies, interesting business move. Can't wait for Poppin' Music sequel, followed by Konami Crazy Racers, the movie. Well, Crazy Racers might be kind of good. PC says, great, now you've started a fruit and veggies argument in the chat. Well, arguments on the internet, you know, that's what keeps them going. That's what fuels the internet. Very quickly, I'll just mention this. Smash Brothers Ultimate's the E3 2018 Invitational Tournament for Smash Brothers Ultimate, which we all watched already, is being turned into a 3-part series for TBS's E-League series. So you're not getting anything new. It's just a recut version of that, which is kind of sad to hear because that was exciting when I first read the first line of the press release, and then the rest of it I was like, oh, it's just a re-edit of what we've already seen. But it will reach a new market, so it's cool for that. We know about that now.
Yeah, I think that's a big deal.
We're not going to do that. I'll mention that later. Reggie's already talked. There's a thing about Reggie talking about how the Wii U struggles paved the way for Switch's success. But we've heard him talk about that already. It was just he said it basically in a slightly different way this week. So, I mean, you can check out that interview if... what the hell? I'll read you one blurb. He says, without our experiences on Wii U, we would not have the Switch in terms of what we learned and, importantly, what we heard from consumers. They were telling us, I want to play with this tablet, this gamepad for the Wii U, but as soon as they get more than 30 feet away, it disconnects. So the core concept, something that you could take with you anywhere, anytime, was really compelling. It's funny that he's like, our consumers were telling us this, so we were like, we got to do it. But consumers are also like, can we have regular online? And Nintendo's like, we like to do things differently. Capcom reconfirmed that they are working on a Mega Man live action movie. Mom, Brain, and I were discussing this. Who plays Mega Man?
Who plays Mega Man? I don't know. I feel like I'm really out of touch with younger actors.
Yeah, we said he had to have some kind of boyish element to him. Even though he's a Mega Man.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's nobody that springs to mind where I'm like, yep, that's the guy.
Frankie Muniz.
I saw somebody. He's too boyish, I think. I saw somebody online who picked the perfect Japanese actor for the Japanese version of Mega Man, who was called Rockman. They put the Rock.
So they're not. So different regions, they're going to make completely different movies. They're not just going to dub it.
Well, The Rock is Rockman. It makes too much sense. So, hello, NWM.
What? The Rock?
This is the second time I said it. Yes, The Rock, because Mega Man in Japan is called Rockman.
So,
The Rock.
He doesn't look anything. He's not boyish.
But his name is The Rock. He's already got the major part of the name, and he's also a man.
Wow. That's foolish.
Let's see what you guys had to say about that. Yeah, I thought about that too.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't even know.
Top-rated comment comes from Cowboy Dan Dank. He says, "I'm sure it will be exactly as good as the Sonic movie." That was his italics emphasized by me. Let's not bash the Sonic movie yet. It might turn out to be good. Who knows?
What if we have the kid from Dustin from Stranger Things? Everybody loves that kid right now.
I could say he's too young.
Too young?
Yeah.
Is Rockman a teenager?
Can somebody look up how... Hello, Joe Shabadoo. Can somebody tell me how old Mega Man is supposed to be? Like, can you look it up on Wiki for me?
I mean, I'd have to do research.
I don't know if he's got a defined age. I'm sure at some point they said something, but... Lightning Bro says, the actor for Spider-Man, Tom Hiddleston.
I mean, I thought of him, but he's already Spider-Man.
Well, you know? I'm not. I have no comment.
What?
Nothing.
Boy?
No, nothing. I can't talk about it. No.
We can't talk about what?
What?
I'm looking up to see how.
Oh, Mega Man.
Hiddleston? Tom Holland.
I'm reading what was in the chat.
Right. I think that person is a little confused.
They said Tom Hiddleston.
Right. I think they're. Yeah. It's Holland.
Who's Hiddleston?
That's I think it's Huddleston or something, and that's Loki.
I don't know. I haven't seen a well, I saw Doctor Strange, but before that, the last one I saw was X2. That's how far behind I am with comic book movies. Yeah. You know, I want to talk about it. Whatever. We're talking about comic book movies. I'm going to talk about it. DC, whatever their channel's called. I don't know.
What channel? You have a channel?
Boy, oh boy, you are like the epitome of an old man today. You don't know any.
CW?
They have a streaming network. It launched like a month ago.
On YouTube?
Or less than a month ago. No, a streaming network. Like their own thing. Like
just for DC stuff? How much stuff do they have? Yes. Unless they just show their cartoons.
They have, well, they own the rights to everything that's ever been DC related and created over the years. So they have a whole bunch of stuff. Plus, it includes access to their comics as well. Plus, they're making a whole line of original programming just for the network.
Stream this
comic
book.
Like on your phone. You would read it on your phone or a tablet. That when I was considering getting a subscription, I was like, you know, I really do want to get into comics more. This would be a cool way because they have some shows coming out that I want to see.
Like what?
Like what? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about.
Talk about it.
They have a new animated series coming out that focuses on Harley Quinn as well, and I believe it's going to focus on Poison Ivy as well because they're both in the trailer.
So you're a pervert.
And yes, and I was like, you know who's playing? They got a new Harley Quinn. It's well, I don't know if she's new. Maybe she's done the voice already in one. The girl from The Big Bang Theory, the blonde girl.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Mayim Bialik.
Kaylee Cuoco.
Yes.
Cuoco?
So I saw the trailer, and it's
I saw you
self-referential, and a DC making fun of themselves for some crappy stuff. Plus, I like the idea of the show. I was like, this looks great. I'm down. I was like, I'll get the subscription to watch that. Hello, Antonio. They put out their timeline for when these shows are launching. It's the last one. It's like the end of 2019. I'm like, come on, man. But yeah, like the first show they're doing is, I want to say Titans, which is the Teen Titans, but it's live action.
Titans, that's on
14 or
that's
15
on Netflix.
we're seeing maybe.
I saw that's on Netflix. Because I saw that and I was like, oh, really? Netflix is bedfellows with both Marvel and
Are you sure?
Oh. I saw it. It said Netflix in the corner. Goodness gracious.
DC Universe. That's what it's called. Titans.
Made by Netflix or something.
All right, so it would seem as though the Megaman's age depends on which one you're talking about, but can range anywhere between 10 and 15.
Outside of the US and China.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, thank you, my brain. It's going to be... Titans is a series that will air on DC Universe in the States.
Okay, so
it's like
that's probably why. What's up with that show? The
How the hell did you see it was going to be on Netflix then?
Because I watched a trailer and it said Netflix in the corner.
It's the same deal as like Riverdale here in the States. Riverdale airs on CW, and then Netflix airs it later. But the rest of the world, it's all on Netflix right away.
I'm sorry, I cut you off before. What did you say?
I was just talking about Megaman's age.
How old is he?
It depends on which Megaman you're talking about, but
he's gotten older.
Looks like somewhere between 10 and 15.
So very young then.
I guess
whatever. Guy from Stranger Things could do it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not really like the part. I don't know if Will Myers? What is it?
Byers.
By the way, Halloween Horror Nights did a pretty cool version of the Stranger Things kind of thing. I'll talk about that later.
All right, let's just plow through the rest of the stuff.
Recording.
Monolith Soft is hiring for a new RPG, which is not surprising. You're pushing that carpet. Noxeye says, it's nice to see how Monolith is flourishing under Nintendo. I wish we knew how Retro is doing. Having a Western branch of Nintendo developers is a nice feeling and gives hope that more Western devs will get the chance to work with the big end. Yeah, I don't know when the next time we're going to see. I don't know when we're going to see what this project is from Monolith Soft. RPGs take a little bit of time to make, so. But they're hiring more people for it. And yes, they had Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was extremely successful for them. So.
How do they go from Disaster Day of Crisis, which is, from what my understanding, a disaster, to Xenoblade Chronicles?
Because they were known for RPGs.
Was it Xenoblade ever, or was it always Chronicles? of the Xenoblade?
There was Xenosaga.
No. The first game came out. Was it Xenoblade?
There's just Xenoblade Chronicles.
Chronicles.
I believe.
Chronicling the Blade. And that's a game where your blades are people that fight alongside you.
The first one? I don't know. I didn't play the first one.
Okay.
Listen to the soundtrack. It's really good. I played the second one. Your blades are people.
Yeah.
But they're not. Well, yeah, they are called blades. I was going to say they're not called blades, but they are.
It's like modern day slavery or something. This person belongs. This is your property, and you make them fight for you.
Super Mario Party, which is available now for anybody who wants to actually get it legally, was leaked online a few days ago. So we had press around the world got the game, and a whole bunch of retailers were like, street dates, what the hell is that? So they just sold it early. So we don't know who the culprit is. We don't know how it got out there, but there were multiple ways for it to make it onto the internet. So Sean Snukta says, if it breaks street date, it's almost always going to be ripped and distributed online before release. It certainly seems like that is the case, my friend. So you can bet Nintendo isn't too happy about those retailers that decided to sell it a bit early. Lightning Bro has the Xeno rundown for you. Xenogears, Xenosage.
Xenogears?
Yeah.
That was the first one?
Xenoblade Chronicles, weapons aren't people, he says. Xenoblade Chronicles X with giant cars and mechs. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, weapons are people.
Oh.
Xeno says there's actually themes of slavery in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yes, I know this, but he wants me to tell you.
Okay.
Because you brought up slavery.
Right.
Should play it. Good game. Great soundtrack. Only takes 180 hours or something.
I've stopped reading. I've stopped doing. I haven't watched any television. Well, I've watched television. That's a lie.
Nintendo has explained why you need a mobile phone to do Switch Online voice chat.
I don't think I knew that this was a thing either.
You need a phone to do voice chat. This was a complaint before the Switch came out.
I haven't played anything.
You played Worms with us. Why do you think we use Skype?
That's how you use it?
What do you mean? No, the app is only for specific games. It has to be implemented in the app. So we literally had no way to talk online.
But I thought there was going to be a way, or there were games coming out that had voice chat, but it's through a phone app.
There are certain games available on the Switch right now that the Switch Online app has been updated to support. Other than that, Fortnite has in-game voice chat because Epic is like, we have the biggest game in the world. This is how we want to do voice chat. And Nintendo was like, okay, that's my guess is how it worked.
So how do they do voice chat with Fortnite?
You plug in a headset
into your Switch.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I thought Nintendo has voice chat on their games
just
through the
Fortnite.
Switch.
Just Fortnite.
So it's possible.
Well, yes, but it would also have to be a developer making their own chat system, and Epic has tons of money because Fortnite's doing well, so that's not really a concern for them. But you can't be an indie guy and be like, we're also going to make our own voice chat thing.
Right.
And Nintendo probably wouldn't let them.
Unless Epic developed it and implemented it, or like sold it.
Yeah, but I don't think Nintendo would let them use that. Fortnite is a very specific case of being the biggest game in the world right now.
In the world.
So Reggie says, what we see is a situation where we know that Switch is being played in the open, at a park, on a metro bus. We believe the easiest way for you to connect and have a peer-to-peer experience with voice chat is with your mobile phone. It's always there. It's always with you. Yeah, no, I disagree.
So now you have to connect to a wireless thing with your Switch and with your phone. Great job.
Yeah, no, I'm a big Nintendo fan.
Are you?
This is stupid. I'm not against the idea of the app at all. I don't really mind it. It doesn't really bother me, but I would not say it's the best way. And certainly right now, I wouldn't say it's the best way either because it doesn't support every game. It's this game does, this game doesn't. So everybody uses Discord or Skype. Because that you don't have to worry about, is this game supported and all that garbage? You just use it and that's it. So, you're right, Peach. or Bowsette, whoever the hell you are. And wait, again, Reggie also. Peaches? Oh, this show's gonna be 7 hours.
I didn't know the story behind Bowsette. Bowserette.
If you were only here for the last 2 podcasts, because there was a lot of talk about Bowsette. We'll discuss.
Peaches Bowsette?
We'll talk about it in the after show. Reggie also talked about VR. And he says, for virtual reality, we've said it's tech we're looking at, but in the end, it has to be fun. That's our mission. And that is what we do arguably better than anyone else. We have nothing to announce here on this stage. There are going to be technologies that we'll continue to experiment with. There are new experiences we want to bring to life. So same kind of statement they've always said about VR. Blue Feel says, you know what else? It's always there. You know what else is always there while you play online on the Switch? The Switch itself. Yeah, it's true. There's no way for Nintendo to convince people that using a phone for online chat is easier than implementing it in the system itself, because just the simple fact of adding another element makes it more cumbersome. That's all there is to it. And yes, almost everybody has a smartphone or a tablet that they could use, but there will be instances where people won't have that. Like a little kid might have a Switch and won't have a phone to use. What's he going to borrow his parents' phone to talk online when he's playing Splatoon? No. It's not a failure. Nintendo has, since the first time, since 2014,
pardon me,
made it back to the Interbrand Best Global Brands list.
Who else is on this list?
There's 100, so I'm not
we don't have
you.
any. Okay.
Yeah, click the links. You can read them all. I got the link down there.
Oh, link?
Yeah. One of them is the Interbrand actual top 100. So Nintendo had during the Wii and the DS era, Nintendo was a big part of the Interbrand list. They were way high up in the list. Then when the Wii U started to come, when the Wii U started to, or when the Wii U came out and things fell apart, Nintendo had one more year on the list in 2014 and then disappeared completely. Well, they're back. They are back. They are at number 99 out of 100. But again, this is the top 100 brands in the world.
What's number 1?
Oh, that's probably like
Disney.
I want to say like
Apple.
Wow! Incredible!
That's what I want to say. Here you go. Apple's number 1. Google's number 2. Amazon is 3. Microsoft's 4. Coca-Cola is 5. Samsung is 6. Toyota is 7. Mercedes is 8. Facebook is 9. And number 10 is McDonald's. I'm not going through all the rest of the list, but I can see right here that Disney is at 14.
And these are not the best companies to work for.
They are the best global brands. So it's basically
best meaning what sells the most.
It's basically what is the most. No, it's what's the most globally recognized by people. They're asking like name top 10 brands that are in the forefront of your mind or something like that.
Notice Pepsi wasn't up there.
Mind share. Mind share.
A mind share.
Shillelagh says, I feel they would have deserved a place last year. This year, not so much. It's been very poor in comparison, though they'll end on a somewhat
globally recognized. Anybody like.
I realize it takes time for them to get recognition again for lists like this. Their very low placing is probably acknowledging how well they did in 2017 compared to this year.
Even like in between systems and stuff, people there's how many people call any video game system a Nintendo?
Not anymore, really. They call it a PlayStation. We're out of those days.
Do they really?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. The general term is a PlayStation. Yes. You hear that more than a Nintendo now. Yes.
Okay. Maybe they're calling it a PlayStation. I don't know what that
PlayStation. Means. I don't know why this isn't bigger news this week. This was one of the biggest stories in my opinion. Nintendo put out a patent. And again, I always say this because it always comes up. When Nintendo puts out a patent, it doesn't mean that they're going to release this product. They have a patent for something that looks like a Game Boy. But it holds a cell phone. Did you swirl that by the microphone on purpose? You gave it one more, like, put it right in the microphone.
Did it register?
Yeah, I'm watching it. Did it register right next to the microphone? So not only does it look like a Game Boy, it holds your cell phone. The buttons on the front of this thing actually work because they have what do you call that? I'm sure I wrote the word here.
Haptic feedback.
No, capacitive touchscreen. They have a capacitive sheet, yeah,
They have
and they have
little
little pieces of sausage.
sausage.
Has capacitive sheets on these
Please
buttons.
replace the hot dog pieces every week.
Your Oscar Mayers are
so it's the
old.
button you press, and then the back of the button has a capacitive sheet, and then that capacitive sheet, when you depress the button, touches the touchscreen on your phone.
If you buy this, you also have to buy the Lunchables so that you can replace the little pieces of meats
with your little Ronies. Yeah. So the buttons actually work.
Micronies.
Now the shell also has a hole for part of the screen, so you can see part of your touch screen.
Yeah.
Now, why would Nintendo be doing this? Obviously, it would be to play Game Boy games on your smartphone. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people have been wondering what is Nintendo's next classic going to be, because there's the NES and the Super Nintendo. Many people think the N64, that could happen. But this patent could indicate that they are doing some sort of virtual console service for the Game Boy on smartphones. There's no other way.
I thought about that too.
Good for you, Barry. There's no other way to look at it, because Nintendo's not going to put out a device like this and be like, all right, everybody, go nuts and download ROMs illegally. That's not something Nintendo would ever do. They're going to pair this with some sort of app or service for people to play these games. This doesn't have a slot for physical cartridges, because there is something like that exists for phones. This is just, it lets you see the part of the touchscreen to play games on. So that's what it looks like to me. It looks like Nintendo's going to do something like that.
It's exciting that they're going to, if they create an online store or whatever, like an app where you can download different games and pay for them again after you've paid for them on the Wii, the Wii U.
Well,
Switch.
Game Boy games are different. They were only on the 3DS.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now,
but they could also put out the other system games, right? I mean,
well, they're making a Game Boy shell, so that's only going to be
stop them. From
well, technically,
buying...
okay. This patent has 4 buttons. Oh no. This patent only has the 2 Game Boy buttons, so that would limit a lot of games.
That's the wrong thing.
That would limit a lot of games. No shoulder buttons, only the A and the B and the D-pad.
This is a case. It's a case that functions as a Game Boy system too.
It's almost like I said all that, yeah.
Case,
protect the screen. Very important.
I also thought it was something that slide your phone into.
Also, the front of this is open, so your screen will not be protected. I want you to know that. I want to point that out right now.
Is it $26?
I don't know how much it's going to be. So yeah, this is really interesting to me. I think it's a really cool idea, and it's certainly if they're gonna call this like a Game Boy Classic or something like that, this would certainly be cheaper to produce than a physical device, because they'd have to include a screen and all that with it. So this would be more cost effective to do it this way. I don't know.
It's more what the games would look like.
But again, this may not ever see the light of day outside of a patent.
It would also have to be very different models for each phone style.
Well, they're saying it is in the patent. It says it's a case that can be used with other things that have that screen as well, so it might be able to adjust in some way. The app might be able to adjust it. The app will be like, "What are you playing on?" And then you'll still have the buttons that will function.
Yeah, but different phones. Like you can't get an iPhone case and put a Galaxy or something like that.
Well, yeah, that's why this is a fold open case. That's what it's saying. Like some way it will align with the screen. They're not worried about it being a phone case. They're worried about it playing Game Boy games. Like the patent specifically says this can be used for other devices that are not phone sized to play these games.
I'm going to put this small little case on a big iPad. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's what you could. Well, if they allow that, you could, but that's the whole point they're making. Yeah, because that thing is still going to be Game Boy sized. So, Sean Snapta says, interesting. Think I've seen cases like this in the past targeted towards emulators, too. Well, like I said, there is something for cell phones that it's Hyperkin made it.
If only it had a pocket in the back for my credit cards.
You slide in your phone into this Game Boy shell, and then you actually have to have physical Game Boy cartridges, and you plop those into the back of this device and you play them on your cell phone. So it does exist.
How does Nintendo feel about that?
It uses actual cartridges, so they don't give a crap.
Okay.
It's the colors of a Game Boy. Thanks for coming, Drew. It's the colors of a Game Boy, and it kind of looks like a Game Boy, but not close enough that Nintendo swoops in.
Game Child.
Yeah.
Game Girl.
So
No,
yeah, but that
like
uses, like I said, that uses
Game
actual
Boy
cartridges. So
that has like a really tiny screen on it.
all right, Omar, there's your
And
news.
I think it's called a Game Child or something.
That's
News
terrible.
is done. Now I'm going to go back to the things that I were
What about this?
going
This is
to
news.
mention.
It's a top story.
It's a picture, though.
Okay.
So I want to mention quickly, GoNintendo Radio is 100% coming back. And here's the big shocker that I don't even think the people working on GoNintendo Radio know. We're going to have 2 different versions of GoNintendo Radio. So that way, one crew can work on GoNintendo Radio, put together a handful of episodes, and then take a break. And then the other crew can come in and they can put together a handful of episodes and take a break. So we're going to spice things up. But yes, GoNintendo Radio is 100% coming back. I got a demo reel.
The people involved don't know this?
No, they haven't started working on episodes yet.
So the people who think they're going to be a part of this are like, yeah, and you're only going to be part of half of this. Thank you.
They're going to be part of all of it. They make the whole episode. It's just that when they're like, okay, we don't have time to do it, then the other person comes in. And when they're like, okay, I don't have time to do it, then the other person comes in. Because that's what always kills GoNintendo Radio. Somebody's like, I can definitely do it. And then they're like, oh, things came up, I can't do it. And then they just...
I hope the scheduling is on point.
I mean, the episodes don't... There's no chronology to the episodes. It's not like there's news or anything. They just play songs.
Okay.
So, yes, we're going to have 2 teams working on this. It is coming soon. Hello, Arcade Perfect. I'm very excited. I've heard the demos of both. Both are excellent. Very excited to get that going now. I just need to get all the old information together and fire up the old RSS feed and all that jazz. And you'll have new episodes soon. Murasaki, GoNintendo Radio is a game music focused show with some light discussion in between. Now, I'm not on it. I've never been on it. It's just game music. And, you know, episodes have themes. But one of the shows I know is going to focus more on songs from more recent games. And the other one, we shall see. So I'll tell you when those are live. What if both teams are busy, Omar? Then we're screwed. So that is coming back officially. Also, 100% official.
Official.
We are revamping the podcast audio. It is happening. I'm going to say before the month is over, we're going to have all new stuff. I think it's going to be in like within the next 3 weeks.
That's when I go back to work.
But yes, 100% official. It is happening. I want to say thank you to...
No way! I don't believe it!
Well, we're working with a company. I can't name the company yet, but thank you to them. I can say thank you to the people on Reddit, because I went over to Reddit to their podcast subreddit, and I was like, listen, I've been doing a podcast forever. We have terrible setup as far as tech stuff goes. Hello, Joe. So they helped me with all my questions and suggested a whole bunch of great stuff. I have it very narrowed down to what I want. I just literally have to buy it, and that's it. And that goes in conjunction with the other company that we're working with. So this is very exciting. Now I know so much more about this stuff that I didn't know before. Like I know all about the types of microphones and the inputs and the mixers and all, like a whole bunch of stuff.
Like actual stuff. It's not going to be just running through a computer. You're going to record it.
Well, I mean, it's going to have one out to the computer, but yes, it's going to have like its own.
But you're getting like a mix, like an actual audio mixer.
Yeah, it's not a mixer. It's called something else. But it's a feed for all your and obviously it has like, you know, gain levels and all that stuff for each one, but it's not like it doesn't need all the other bells and whistles of a full like mixer. That's overkill. It was just a matter of finding.
Is it USB though? No.
Yeah, it has one USB, yes, but it doesn't record through USB.
No.
Yeah, it has to be
XLR
3.5 or what is it, like 1/8 or XLR, which is we're going to do XLR, right, because half of this was finding out that there's no real way to do it with USB microphones. Right. And there are like USB to XLR, except they need to be powered and it causes a buzz. Long story short, I talked to 1 million people on Reddit and they were saying like...
1 million people!
They were saying like, don't go the USB route. It's not worth it. And even if you set all of it up, it's a big waste of time. It's not guaranteed to work and all that stuff. So, yes, same crappy content, but much better audio. So I'm really excited about that. I'll have to show you this stuff afterwards because I have it bookmarked upstairs.
Can't let you do that.
I have to leave right after this.
Do you really?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Then I was going to talk about something else just for fun, but there's no time for that.
No, come on, talk about it.
Nicky Hill, what have you been?
No,
we're at 125.
It's okay.
It's not okay. What have you been playing? I mean, I'll talk about it with you. I'll talk about it in the after show.
Toon Blast.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Oh, that game.
Oh, PC says it's Hiddleston and he's Loki and Tom Holland is Spider-Man. There you go.
Tom Holland.
Okay, what have you been playing? Toon Blast.
Toon Blast.
What level?
690 something.
Oh,
boy, do
really?
I not want to be there.
How are you that far?
I play it every chance I get.
Yeah, but are you spending money?
No. It's tough.
How are you that far? That's amazing.
Well, so I've gotten to a point where I've gotten to many points where
I'm on 286.
I'm like legitimately last. Well, I have a lot more time than you, I guess. But like I'll get down to it's like I need one more thing. So there's definitely been times when I've wasted coins on like 5 more hits or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
couldn't do it.
And then I do it, or sometimes I don't do it. I don't make it. But whatever. It sucks. I really don't want to be playing it anymore. But I keep doing it because I'm like almost halfway through. Oh God.
That's crazy. And I can't believe you are that far.
And I've been playing Spider-Man on the PS4.
Oh, how do you like it?
I'm at 71% story.
Oh, I'm like, I'm doing all the side. I haven't played it in weeks, but I was doing all the side stuff.
I'm doing a lot of side stuff too, and I did a lot. Like I took all like the landscape, landmark photos, and I collected almost. No, I think I I collected almost all the backpacks. I'm like missing.
Yeah, I did all the backpacks. I did all the landscapes.
I did all the. There's
all the like side crimes. I
didn't do all them, but I'm working on it. But I think there's only like 2 areas where I'm under 50% completed. But like, I had a lot of stuff done, and a lot of other challenges were still locked, and I was not anywhere near 50%. I was like, this is unbelievable. There's a lot to do. The game's pretty cool.
What do you think of the story?
Shit just got real.
Whoa.
Shovel just got real. It got pretty intense here at the 71% mark.
Nothing. I mean, like I said, I'm not really doing story because I'm doing all the other stuff. So as far as...
Is the story bad? I mean, I
thought it was bad for where I am. I don't know if things change later on.
What's bad?
Were you not... Oh, I guess you weren't here. Somebody mentioned this point. I forget who it was. I apologize, but I do have to say this. One of my complaints was Spider-Man, at least where I'm at, no matter when he gets a call, he takes it. Whether he's in a building that's falling down or sneaking around in a museum, he takes it. Somebody pointed out to me that apparently in the storyline of Spider-Man, like when his uncle was killed, I guess his uncle called him before it happened, and he didn't take the call. So now he always answers. I'm like, okay, I can buy that then. That's fine. But yeah, again, don't tell me anything. And I love talking about this because I feel like it's so dumb. I'm not far in the story, but I'm at the part. Well, I've seen Dr. Octavius, and you're working with him and all that stuff.
You guys are
and he walks, like Peter's repairing his suit in the lab, and Dr. Octavius walks in, and he's like, oh, Peter, what you got there? And Peter's like, huh? What? And Dr. Octavius is like, I see what's going on. You're helping Spider-Man. And Peter's like, yes, that's it. Dr. Octavius, super genius.
Yeah.
Sees what's going on in the lab, and it's like, I got this figured out. You're helping Spider-Man.
Yeah, because he's a really smart kid, but he's not.
No. Come on, man.
He's a brain. He's not a fighter.
I mean, he can't. He sees the suit. He sees that it's like basically the same size as Peter. Like, and Pete's. Oh, and that's the other thing.
He didn't take measurements.
Peter is like, he doesn't even play it off in a way that's believable. Like, let's pretend Dr. Octavius is that dumb to think that it's not Peter. Peter's like, yeah, Doc, that's it. I'm helping him. Like, an obvious reaction to be like, I'm Spider-Man, and Dr. Octavius is like, oh, let's work together, Pete.
It's a story point, and you're like that upset about it?
Yeah, because it's a story point. It's dumb. Here's Dr. Octavius, genius, and he can't piece together that this is Spider-Man. Again, maybe that will change later on.
Maybe your opinion of Dr. Octavius will change.
Yeah, he becomes a bad guy.
Yeah, but there's something else.
Does he get dumber? That is too dumb for me to believe that. I'm sorry. That's too dumb.
Okay, if you're going to be upset about that, let's be upset about the fact that Spider-Man, also known as Peter Parker, if you didn't know, has clothes left out in duffel bags up on rooftops.
Yeah, I know. It bothers me. It bothers me. No, you know what bothers me? All the little bags that you collect around the city. No one has touched these. Some of them are hanging on the sides of buildings, yes. Other ones are like
Can I say one thing? It's not really going to ruin a story for you. This is the only thing that bothered me. He talks to a homeless guy, and he says, give me a call if you need anything. And he freaking calls the guy on his cell phone, but he's a homeless guy. That bothered me.
I could see that. Come on, you're really... The Dr. Octavius part didn't bother you?
It was silly, but who cares?
What do you mean, who cares? It's the story.
Peter Parker is struggling to make a living, and so
that's
he's helping out superheroes.
No,
obviously.
No, I'll let a lot of stuff go. I will not let
Spider-Man's got all this cool tech. How did he get it? Because Peter Parker is helping him out.
Peter Parker's helping him, yeah. That's it. No wonder Spider-Man can easily catch all these bad guys, because they're all really dumb, I guess.
Have you seen the girl? I don't want to ruin anything.
Who?
It's MJ.
Mary Jane? Yeah.
Have you seen her?
Yeah, I've seen her.
That surprised me.
What?
That you don't just control Spider-Man in this game.
Oh, I knew that. So.
Oh, you did? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
I also that was one of my favorite parts where you're like playing as her in the museum, and she's like, I gotta sneak around and find this door. And I walked right over to the pile of boxes and like knocked them all over and kicked them all over the floor. Now, see, that's gameplay. Totally fine. I know they can't I know that doesn't play into the sneaking around part. It was funny and silly. No, I mean, no, like when she's the curator in there who's working with Fisk is like, follow me. And I walked into one of the boxes and kicked them in front of her and like kicked them all around the room, and she doesn't react to it at all. Which I was like, okay.
If you're following her. But if you're sneaking and you bump into them, it's a big problem.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I had already kicked them all the way
but that's
across
part
the place.
I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah, well, I'm saying that's just funny.
Yeah. And those are all expensive heirlooms. I can't believe you did that.
Lightning Bro says, Nicky Hill, we were talking about phones earlier. Homeless does not mean phoneless. If you have money for rent or money for a phone bill, one of these things is more likely to get you a job. That's what Lightning Bro says.
Okay. Well, this guy he doesn't have a place to charge it.
Well, come on. What's your face works in the... God, I'm going to do it again.
Feast?
The homeless shelter. What did I call it last time?
A bum depot or something?
I remember what it was called. Oh, I said something bad, yeah. Well, anyway, I like the game. The game is fun. I don't think it's anything amazing. I'm not blown away by it. It's basically Batman, Arkham, whatever, but Spider-Man.
Right. No, I mean, I really enjoyed the Batman games. I'm really enjoying this. I like the sneaking around aspect.
I think my favorite mission was chasing the pigeons so far.
Oh, so you have been doing that. So that's the homeless guy.
No, I only did it once. It was some lady on a roof who's like, a pigeon stole a USB stick or something. I don't remember. What? Yeah, she's on the roof and she's like, I'm a bird watcher. And in my head, I'm like, it's night. What the hell are you like? The
pigeon.
But anyway, I'm trying to get something out of a computer, and a pigeon swoops by and picks it up, because that's what happens. and you're
oh my god, you're talking about a guy who swings around the city. You know what I want to see? You know how like when you fight, like it was like a big deal years ago where you would fight a bunch of enemies in a space, and when games had more processing power, they could leave the bodies there.
Yeah.
I want to be able to swing around the city and just see web all over everything.
You know what I want to see? I want to see someone die when I throw them over a building. That's what I want to see. But Spider-Man doesn't kill anybody.
That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. This game is violent. This game...
Yeah, but they never die.
This game goes places. I'm surprised.
I've watched so many people, and right before they hit the ground, a little web comes out, and they're safe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can't kill them ever. Go ahead. Knock somebody off a building. Watch them. Right before they get to the bottom of the ground, like a web pops up, and they're okay.
That's okay. I don't care about that. I can't.
Oh, no. Story-wise, I don't care. It just
ass.
annoys
like,
me.
I think some of these fights that I get into are
the
pretty
fights
epic.
are awesome. Yeah, like I'm saying, the gameplay I do enjoy. I don't think it's anything absolutely amazing, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. But the story,
my guys probably hit the ground.
I don't.
Do you have a setting?
I don't.
Yeah, right.
No, but see, the thing is, you watch. I knock them off, and I turn my back to them because I'm.
Well, I always, if I'm fighting
Spider-Man.
on a roof, I always save the last guy to knock off the side of the building, because then I'm like, I'm done. I can watch where he goes.
I knock them all off the building. I do. I'm ruthless.
Have you been playing anything else?
I don't have time to play anything else. Like I said, I haven't played video. I haven't read any books. I haven't watched any shows on my own or any movies, because any time that I have, I'm putting towards that game. I'm at 71%. Stuff is getting nuts.
Okay. I played oh,
hold on.
What did you play, Romy?
Thanks, Mumry. You didn't play anything, did you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I played Tricky Towers, which I don't know if I can talk about it or not.
Wait, but you wanted to talk to me about Spider-Man, didn't you?
We just did.
Or that was just those are your problems with it.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk more story stuff, but
I like that how all the references that it has towards all the other Marvel Universe things.
I haven't. Well, I mean, there's.
I'm sure you did.
Other characters,
especially if you're looking at the buildings and stuff like that, landmarks. So there's like the Doctor Strange.
Oh, I like the Daredevil
Avengers,
and Doctor Strange. I got those references.
Tower,
I haven't seen Avengers.
The bar
so
from Daredevil.
All I know is Hell's Kitchen. That's all I know.
Right, which they call it something different in the game.
They say Hell's Kitchen.
There's a bunch of different names that they say.
Anyway,
which are weird.
I played Tricky Towers. I don't know if I can talk about it, but basically, Tricky Towers is imagine Tetris, but instead of clearing lines, you have to stack the blocks so that they don't fall over. It's fun. Again, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, so I was just describing the game. I also played last night Light Fingers, which I've been waiting to play. It's a multiplayer game. It's like a tabletop game, but for the Switch. So we played Light Fingers. I played with 2 other people. We had a blast. Light Fingers is so much fun. So basically, you play as a bandit, and the first one to steal 4 loot bags wins. And that sounds like it's really easy, but it's not, because basically groups come out to chase you across the board, and if they catch you, they steal all your loot. So there's rolling dice, and there's playing.
Like online play?
No, there's playing.
2 things? No.
It is not online. The groups are in the game, computer controlled.
So bad.
We're gonna be done soon.
You have to get through all the music.
Yeah, and this one talking about what he played.
Okay, let's do music. Forget it.
No. Come on.
Let's do music. So baby boy doesn't pee.
I'm not doing it.
I can just go to the bathroom at any point. I'm a grown boy.
So you roll the dice, and there are cards as well. But the really cool thing is there are dungeons where you steal loot, and that turns into like.
Gee, it sure is boring around
That turns
here.
into a traditional like platforming thing, although it's in 3D. And the other players control the traps in the dungeon. So like as you're trying to run through and steal loot, they're like pulling levers to make like spikes come out and
So
twisting
you're
wheels.
each other.
Yeah, it's a board game.
Light Fingers.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, you're all trying to prevent each other from getting the loot and all that stuff. And then the game itself is working against you too by sending out these other teams to steal your loot. There's all different places on the game board to go, like shops to buy cards and dice and other things. And there's places to store your loot where it can't be stolen back or taken back by the guards. Whole bunch of stuff. It is really, really, really cool. And I say it's like a tabletop game, a board game, and it is, but it doesn't look like that. Like it looks like it's played on one of those big like Dungeons and Dragons.
Sorry, I really have to.
Christ.
Keep talking.
It looks like it's played on one of those big Dungeons and Dragons tables. But it's all like 3D and pop out and everything like that. And like I said, the platforming elements are actually platforming. Then on top of that, I played with 3 people, 3 real life, or I played with 2 real life people. So there were 3 of us playing. And then the guards that are coming after you are computer controlled, but the other real life players can come after you as well and like challenge you to steal your loot and stuff like that. And then finally I played Super Mario Party. We played Super Mario Party last night and went through the first game board and had a lot of fun. I mean, it's Mario Party, but it's more classic Mario Party, which is what I think a lot of us were looking forward to. I only played the one board. The games that I played were a lot of fun. I played one with a vacuum where you suck up dust, and I was telling Mom Brain about a magnifying glass one where you use the Joy-Con like a magnifying glass to like zoom in and out on characters to bring them into focus. And we did just the whole. They're all fun, you know. It's hard not to have copycat games, even though Nintendo is saying like 80 new mini games. They aren't new, but it's some stuff you've done before in other Mario Party games. So, but I am enjoying Super Mario Party, and I won last night's game, but only because in the very beginning of the game, I stole a star from somebody, and the final score ended up being 5 stars for me and 4 for them. So in the whole experience, the first 3 turns are what really made it for me. I stole someone's star, and that's why Mario Party ruins friendships. So I'm glad to know that feature is still there. It's crucial to the Mario Party experience. We obviously don't have time for questions today, but we have time for music, so we'll do music.
I got music. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh.
Yeah, Nintendo fanboy, I am going to talk about that. There's just, I have a lot to say about it. There's not enough time this week.
So are we going to wait for...
No, go.
Oh, boy. All right, this first song comes to us from Regnilla.
Well, I mean, I've been listening to the soundtrack for a couple weeks now.
Megaman 11.
No.
Is it a Megaman?
Nope. This is Autumn Hills is the name of the song.
Sonic?
Good guess. That's a good guess with the name, but no. This is The Messenger.
Sure is.
What the heck is that?
Yeah.
What?
I agree. You're making a point that I am working on a video because I feel like The Messenger got such a raw deal. I could dedicate a whole podcast to that.
So that was The Messenger from Regnilla. This next one comes to us from R-Man X.
Okay, it's got to be a sports game.
I don't think so, no.
Is it first party?
I don't think so.
Oh, dear. What's this one?
Switch,
right? I'm out.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's an RPG.
Turn down a little bit. Oh, don't give us that. That's a little too much.
Oh, The Messenger. That's that one that's like Ninja Gaiden. I think you showed me, and I was like, yeah, no way I'm playing that.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Tales of Vesperia.
Yeah, that is an RPG. Man, that didn't even come out yet on Switch. Come on.
This one comes from Omar.
Okay, I'm going to guess it's Game Boy.
It is Game Boy Color.
Oh, dear. The Zelda game.
Yep.
Okay, Oracle of Ages or Seasons?
Seasons.
I was just listening to Link's Awakening soundtrack yesterday. Because I think Tal Tal Heights is the greatest Zelda song ever. That's right. Tal Tal Heights is the greatest Zelda song ever. Tal Tal.
This one comes from Blood Ocean 07.
Clap your hands.
Donkey Konga? Took me a second. I knew it.
So good.
Still got those bongos upstairs. Okay.
Right.
Man, I haven't listened to that in forever, and I remembered it.
This one comes from My Body is Ready.
Is this a Super Mario or something?
No.
In a cave.
I don't even know system.
Cube.
Is it taking place in a cave?
Skies of Arcadia.
No.
Tales of something.
Nope.
Is it first party?
Don't think so.
Alright, I don't know.
Evolution Worlds.
What even is that? I don't even know.
What even?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Ryan. We were lucky, though. We got him. The one and only Bruce Wayne.
This one comes from... who does this come from? Naka.
Saying you're Bruce Wayne.
Who?
You.
Who said that? Thank you.
Ryan.
Copy, sorry. It was
Everything.
the superhero run today. Or superhero sprint. It's creepy.
What system?
Wii U.
Zombie U.
No.
I was going to guess that game we played on Switch.
What did we play on Switch?
You know, the one where we're all the magicians casting spells.
9 Parchments?
Yes. This is Wii U. That should really narrow it down. Is it first party?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it a download or something? Is it?
Is it a Mario related game?
No.
Is it the Mario universe?
Oh, well,
Yoshi.
yeah.
Okay. Jesus, I gotta come out and say Yoshi's Woolly World?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yoshi's- Yoshi's part of the Mario universe.
I'm at fault because you guessed it. Jeez.
No, I meant like I was going to guess Yoshi, but I didn't know if it was part
So
of the
then
Mario
guess
universe.
Yoshi, you loser.
I guess I should.
All right. So this next one comes from The Sacred Wolf.
Oh,
Sorry. I don't even the same place as the last song.
what? Can you turn it up a little bit? What system is this?
Me.
I want to see you smile. What game do you smile in?
Everything on the wheel. Retail?
It's the Wii, yeah. It's probably retail.
We had something
I
called
don't know everywhere. They're not going to have a... I wouldn't think they'd have a song with lyrics in the WiiWare game. I'm sure there's one. Lyrics. What games have lyrics? And they're bad, which always pushes me to Sega. Is this a Sega game?
Oh.
Oh, it's got Zamfir.
It is a Sega game.
Okay. It's not Sonic.
Nope.
That would narrow it down to... It's not Monkey Ball.
Nope.
It's... Oh, it's Knights.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
wow.
just said it.
Yep. That's That's why I couldn't look
It's
at
like
you.
how I can peg it as a Sega game because it's got crappy lyrics.
This next one comes
I
from
think I played that, didn't
I don't know.
WesFX.
Ruby.
You were.
You know.
How about you know?
The Galaxy Wars come out for you?
Oh, like an art style game.
No.
Okay. Oh, the Bit Trip game. No,
Nope.
doesn't sound like Bit Trip music.
This kind of strikes me as a game where you have to survive waves wave after wave.
What was that arcade game? Yabudashi's arcade.
No, but I mean, I don't think you're totally out of the realm of possibility when you're talking arcade game. Waves of things.
Galaga.
No.
Galax.
Nope.
Yeah. Space Invaders. Space Invaders Deluxe. Space Invaders Ultra. Space Invaders Super Space Invaders. Space Invaders WiiWare.
I mean, I'm gonna give it to you. It's Space Invaders Get Even.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, that was a cool mistake, cool, mistakenly correct answer. Glitter Bubble 3 sends this one in a Halloween spirit.
Ooh.
Luigi's Mansion.
Spooky. Resident Evil something.
No.
This sounds like N64 to me.
Doom.
Nope.
Not Doom.
Super Nintendo?
Yep.
Oh. The line between good Super Nintendo and bad N64. This is Halloween related.
Well, I mean,
Spooky
just-
related.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, it's familiar. Is it a rare game?
I don't think so.
Friday the 13th.
What's scary on Super Nintendo? Okay, that might be a Konami drum. Castlevania? No, this isn't a Castlevania song. This is like nightmarish scary, so.
Bless.
Is this a franchise?
I don't know.
I don't know.
30
Go ahead.
seconds left.
Go ahead. I don't know.
Clock Tower.
Oh no!
That's a spooky game.
I
isn't it?
should have guessed that. Yeah.
That would explain the spooky
Alyssa,
scene.
where are you?
Last
It's not
one comes
Super
from
Nintendo one,
Mikey3319.
Is there something silly about this one? There is, isn't there?
I don't think on purpose.
Oh. I thought you were like looking sly. Is this also supposed to be spooky?
Yeah.
What system?
Cube.
Resident Evil.
No.
Eternal Darkness.
No.
Good guess. There's no nightmare creatures
Fatal
for the
Frame.
GameCube.
Mm-mm.
GameCube's scary.
Yeah, but there was like weird monk
The Mummy.
chart.
No.
Monk chanting.
What is scary on GameCube? Not Luigi's Mansion.
No.
Clock Tower.
No.
It's not Silent Hill because that doesn't exist.
On the GameCube? Resident Evil 4? Oh, Silent Hill. Jesus.
I don't know. Go ahead. The Universal Studios ride game.
No.
Whatever it's called.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds.
Chaos Spleen.
I did
You
not
got
play that.
6 out of 10.
Oh,
Wow.
dear. All right, we're way late. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Don't get too cocky.
Right as I click stop. What did you want me to talk about?
Peterman?
Thanks, sir.
Spiderman? Spider-Man? I don't know. I know I'm really enjoying Spider-Man. I like moving around the city. I feel like I'm doing really well until I have to chase something around the city, and then I like just flub it.
PC said she knew the Buffy game.
Where was she on that one?
I was saying this before. I understand that there's only so many varieties of things. I will, Cowboy. I promise. I promise. Thank you, Pika Moonsalt. I know there's only so many different ways they can do it, but I got real tired of there's a runaway car, go on the roof, pull the guys out, stop the car. Then, like, there's a crime and you go to the next one. It's like, oh, chase the car, go on the roof, pull the guys out.
I'm at a point where stuff is so crazy where just getting from one point to another story-wise, there's people attacking me. So you can't even get across the city without getting ambushed by people on rooftops.
I just feel the whole story is very ham-fisted.
What's the story for you? There's stuff going on. Gotta go deal with
Here's the story for me. Yeah. Fisk is doing stuff he shouldn't be doing. You go put him in jail. Then Aunt May's having a birthday, and you go to the birthday, and then stuff starts really happening, and you go to the museum, and there's those guys there wearing the masks, and Spider-Man's like, I'll take it to Aunt May's.
The guy who runs
boss.
Beast, yeah.
And I don't know for sure, but he's looking at the mask, and he's like, it means this. And Peter's like, are you hiding something? And he's like, no, I'm not. And then Peter leaves. So I'm pretty sure he's hiding something. There's no subtlety to it. Is he hiding something, or am I wrong?
I don't know.
He's definitely. Peter asked him a question, and he's like, no, everything's fine. I'm like, come on, Jesus. Like, why do you have to do that?
Yeah, well,
they're overacting, and they're not even real characters. Why do you put that in? Exactly. Drives me nuts. There was one scene so far that I genuinely liked, and it was Peter and Mary Jane in the diner talking to each other. I felt that whole conversation was very well done.
There's something with the animation in it that is weird. Also, Peter
never have people smile ever.
You know what's funny? Peter looks like Martin Sheen. I think it's Martin Sheen. He looks like one of the Uncle Bens from one of the movies.
Have to take a closer look at him. You can obviously tell which characters are
Uncle Ben from the Tobey Maguire movie.
You can obviously tell which characters are more important than others because the faces on the ones that are important are much better done, and they'll have a conversation with like a side character and like, oh, this looks really bad next to each other.
There was one. So I have
Aunt May. The difference between her hair and her face startles me. It looks like all I see is her bald with like a wig on. It looks really bad to me. But her face, like her lip syncing and all that is great. Eye movement, everything's great. Just that uncanny valley stuff. Like once you try to go for like realistic animations and subtleties, and then you got the hair that looks like somebody's wearing a hat.
There was like one framing, basically.
Timing!
Shot that was super tight on a person's like face that you could see every pore, and it looked amazing. But I really don't care about the graphics in that way.
I have another. Sounds like I have a lot of.
I mean, a lot of the fighting is just the same.
The fighting is like the one thing I enjoy.
Rinse and repeat.
Plus, it's got wrestling moves. How could I not like that? I was playing and I was like, "Oh, that's a Hurricane Rana." I was like, "Is he doing wrestling moves?" And then he did another
wrap around with the legs.
Yeah, and he does a reverse Frankensteiner when he jumps up on somebody like is on their shoulders and flips them forward. I was like, "These are wrestling moves."
Well, it's funny because you can.
Sorry, Robert.
One of the outfits is his old.
We love you too.
His wrestling
Yes, yes.
outfit.
All right, guys, we have to end the stream here. We're going to continue talking about Spider-Man, but have a great weekend.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining us. We're almost at 2 hours.
Have a
I really
great time,
appreciate it.
everybody.
Play some games, have some fun, take it easy. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.